ball by
Alexis Gabala leading the Spartans.
Snap to Escobar. Jay Escobar.
Jay run, Jay run, slides in with a leadoff triple.
Backhanded by McJay with a big winner by McJay.
Lakewood Youth Sports presents the 8 to 9-year-old baseball championships for 2025 with the Bolivar Dodgers taking on the Boyer Aces. Let's have a look at tonight's starting lineup.
David Austin, number 5.
Kian Tabe, number 17.
My name is Kane Harris, number 24.
Mason Coe, number 1.
Jaden Martinez, number 34.
My name is Niall McDonough, and my number is 2.
EJ Ocampo, number 7. Isaac Ochoa, number 8.
Oliver Pezzi, number 15.
Jalen Polk, number 42.
Maceo Luong Sawyer, number 50.
Gary Polk, manager.
Marcello Sawyer, assistant manager.
Javai Chave, assistant coach.
Cameron Polk, clubhouse manager.
Miles Luong Sawyer, bullpen manager.
I'm Duke Barreras, and number 27.
Alfred Brawl, I am number 7.
My name is James Benosa, and I'm number 16.
Anthony Escalera, number 14.
My name is Sebastian Hawkins, and I'm number 34.
My name is Esteban Montelongo, and I'm number 24.
My name is Benjamin Moreno, and I'm number 8. I'm Patrick Reed, number 5.
Julian Rodriguez, I'm number 29.
I'm Hunter Salamonte, and my number is number 10.
My name is Remy Santos, and I'm number 9.
My name is Saxon Smith, and I'm number 17.
Scott Smith, head coach. Aaron Barreras, the coach.
Fred Escalera, coach.
Dodgers will come up to the plate here first. Glad to have you along with us here on City TV. J.R. Ibarra, along with our award-winning City TV crew, bringing you all the action in this 8 to 9-year-old matchup here. First pitch of the night, and it is a hit right off the bat, but it is foul. Currently at the plate, Sora Maceo. Second pitch, low and outside for ball 1. Once again, this is your 8 to 9-year-old matchup. The Bolivar Dodgers coming in with a great record of 9-2, while the Aces of Boyer coming at 10-1-1. Great matchup in this championship game. Escalera holds up for just a sec. But at a 1-1 count early here in the first inning of play, no score. This one is punched over to second base. Doesn't look like it'll be a play right on time, so we have one aboard. So one man on, nobody out. Jalen Polk will be your next batter here for the Dodgers. Polk, who idolizes Jackie Robinson, at the plate for ball 1. Says he would like to be an engineer someday, and we wish him all the best, as he has plenty of years to study on that. Down the pipeline for strike, 1-1. Beautiful afternoon for baseball here from Mayfair Park in the beautiful city of Lakewood at the Lisa Fernandez Field on this championship matchup. Strike 2 makes it now the 1-2. One man on, no out, no score. Your Dodgers being coached. And that is our first strikeout of the night. So one away. Kian Achabe is now at the plate. One man on, one out. Achabe at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Kian says his favorite player, Shohei Ohtani. No surprise, I would think most Dodger fans have Shohei as his as their first pick for a favorite player. Ball outside, make it now 1-1. Anthony Escalera on the mound here for the Aces. Already with 1 strikeout on the night. Swing, punched it foul along the right side baseline. Once again with 1 aboard and 1 away. Going outside. Making it 2-2. Escalera on the pitch. Going outside. We got full count. Umpire crew tonight, Nolan Dietz, Cameron Snyder, and Jonathan. I don't have a last name, but that's what we've been given up here, so we'll credit all the 3. And we appreciate all those who take part in Lakewood Youth Sports here. So that'll be your first walk of the night. Jaden Martinez will now come to the plate with 2 men aboard. So an opportunity here for the Dodgers to get things going early here in the first inning of play. Down the pipeline for a strike. So Martinez looking at 0-1. Blowing outside, 1-1. Always great to have the variety of volunteers who help us out with Lakewood Youth Sports time and again, making all of our sport programs so successful. Going inside for ball. So 2 aboard with 1 out. Opportunity here for the Dodgers to try to generate something offensively. That's down the pipeline for strike. Escalera already having a pretty fine outing of it so far with 1 strike on the night. 1 strikeout, I should say. Coming to you from Lisa Fernandez Field. Lisa Fernandez, that very decorated softball player. And a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts on the night for Escalera. Will now bring up Isaac Ochoa, your first left-hand batter of the night. So with 2 away, 2 runners aboard, down the pipeline, nice pitch. So it's an opportunity here for Escalera to try to retire the side and trying to keep the Dodgers from scoring any runs. Pop up, goes into the ground. So Escalera ahead of the batter at this point. Pop up once again. Looks like it will go foul as it goes right back into the arms of the catcher. So that'll bring back the runners to first and second. So Ochoa back into the batter's box. And Escalera on the pitch. Right down the pipeline, his 3rd strikeout of the night. That retires the side, leaving 2 runners aboard. It's no score. So now the Aces come up to bat for the first time. Duke Barreras will come to the batter's box on the first opportunity here for the Aces. High and above for ball 1. The Aces with a fine 10-1-1 record on the season. Aaron Barreras, the head coach here for the Aces. Pop towards right field, in between first and second. Should get him to first, might get him over to second base, and it'll be a stand-up double. Thought about three. Wisely holds up, so Barreras is aboard. Nice way to start off the night for Duke Barreras. So Jaden Martinez on the mound here for the Dodgers. Already dealing with one aboard, no outs. And now Saxon Smith to the plate here for the Aces. Popped along the first baseline, should be fair. That'll send a run home, and Smith will do a stand-up triple, and the Aces' first run of the night. So Saxon Smith generating some excitement already with no outs. Gets the first run of the night. Aces up by 1. So Anthony Escalera now to the plate. Your pitcher here for the Aces. Wraps it foul against the fence. So you got a runner at third with Smith. Escalera at the plate. No outs. Aces leading by 1 run here at the bottom of the first. Once again, it's Jaden Martinez on the mound here for the Dodgers. High and outside. Reaches for that one. Looks like it may get popped up for out number 1. Sora Maceo coming up with the first out. That'll now bring to the plate Julian Rodriguez. Inside pitch. So 1 away. Aces up by 1 run with 1 runner at third. So still with a nice potential opportunity for the Aces to add another run here on the board. High and outside for Martinez. High and inside. Martinez on the windup. And that'll be a walk. So we have runners at the corners, 1 away. Sebastian Hawkins now in the batter's box here for the Aces. First pitch low and outside for ball 1. Great to have you along with us here on City TV. J.R. Ibarra, along with our award-winning crew, bringing you all this action with the 8 to 9-year-old championship matchup here for 2025 at Mayfair Park. Swing and a miss for strike. Hawkins chasing that one. But we still have runners at the corner, so the Aces still in that opportunity zone to try to put some more runs on the board here. High and away. Bottom of the first, Aces leading by 1 run. Pop foul, and unfortunately not able to hold on to the baseball. So Chave, your catcher here for the Dodgers. So Martinez on a high and outside ball. And that'll send Sebastian to first, so we have bases loaded. Bases loaded. Still another great opportunity here for the Aces to try to generate more runs, and low and outside. We now have Esteban Montelago at the plate here for the Aces. Montelago pops it over, and it'll fall as a foul ball. Now making it 1-1. So the Aces leading by 1. Runners at all bases here. Bases loaded with just 1 away. And a strike there by Martinez, just when he needed it most. So Martinez trying to make things happen here and retire the side. Once again, this is our 8 to 9-year-old boys championship matchup here for Lakewood Youth Sports. So it's a full count here with the bases loaded. And that will walk in a run. So another run on the board here for the Aces now makes it a 2-0 ball game. Still with bases loaded. So Martinez doing what he can, trying to retire the side. Hunter Salamonte now in the batting box here, the batter's box for the Aces. Boyer Aces up by 2 runs early here in the first inning of play with bases loaded and only 1 away. Line outside. So Martinez trying to retire this one. Chopper foul. Nice strike there by Martinez, just when he needed it the most. Bases loaded, up by 2 runs. The Aces of Boyers now looking at a full count here. That is a strikeout just when Martinez needed it the most. Nicely done. So Remy Santos will now come to the plate here for the Aces. Still looking at bases loaded on the situation. High and inside for ball one. Martinez, swing and a miss. Nicely done. Jaden Martinez says he's looking to be a baseball player sometime in the future with a nice strike right down the pipeline. Nicely done. Doing a great job here on the mound for your Dodgers. That one high and outside. So Santos trying to make things happen here for the Aces. High and outside. Full count now here for the Aces. And that will walk in another run. Now makes it a 3-0 contest in favor of the Aces. Patrick Reed will now come to the plate. Still with a bases loaded scenario, high and inside for ball one. So the Dodgers going to have to play some catch-up here as we'll head to the second. Strike one for Martinez. Patrick Reed looks at that one for ball. And a swing and a miss for strike. Double deuces here on the count. And a strike three. Actually, we were at full count. So that'll retire the side, but the Aces now lead this one by 3 here from Mayfair Park. This will bring up Kane Harris to the plate now for the Dodgers as they trail this one 3-0. Trying to generate something here in the second inning of play and looking at a strike here. Now we have a brand new pitcher on the mound. Blowing outside. Saxon Smith now on the mound here for the Aces. So the Aces decided to make a pitching change. Swing and a miss. Nicely done. Kind of a nice breaking ball going inside there for Smith. So the Dodgers trying to make things up here, trailing by 3, top of the second. Inside pitch for ball. Full count here for Harris. Swing and a miss, and will be the first strikeout there for Smith. Oliver Pizzi now comes to the plate here. High and outside for Pizzi. Oliver himself, another one of those players who hopes to get to the major league someday in his career. On a 1-0 count. Just low enough for ball 2. Smith. Low and outside. We'll make it a 3-0 situation here. So Oliver ahead on the count. Trying to generate something here for the Dodgers. Down the pipeline for a strike. Nicely done by Smith. And that'll be a walk. LYS Ocampo, also known as EJ, will come to the plate with 1 aboard and 1 out. Ocampo, hoping to be a professional baseball player or a basketball player. One of the two. Why not both? Ocampo looking at 1-0 with 1 aboard, 1 away. High and outside. Ball 2. Once again, you are watching the 8 to 9-year-old Lakewood Youth Sports Championship matchup here for 2025 from Mayfair Park. Inside, now makes it 3-0. That'll be a walk there for Smith. So Pizzi goes to second. Mason Coe now to the plate here for your Dodgers. Nice strike pitch there by Smith. One and one your count here for Mason Coe. Inside pitch. Now makes it 2-1. Mason, another one of those aspiring major leaguers here for your Dodgers. So Smith having a little bit of a struggle here. Now at a 3-1 scenario with 2 aboard. Oh, inside swing for a strike. So now makes it a full count situation. Smith already with 1 strikeout on the inning. Right down the pipeline for his second at a very opportune time. And that will sit down Coe. David Austin now coming to the plate here for the Dodgers with 2 aboard, 2 out in the second inning. David Austin. Actually aspires to be an astronaut someday. That's quite a lofty goal. Outside pitch for ball. Also credits Jackie Robinson as his baseball hero. Hit by the pitch, so that'll send him to first base. Now we have a bases loaded situation. So even though with 2 away, we have runners on a bases loaded situation. Niall McDonough now to the plate for the Dodgers. Strike right down the pathway there for Smith. Nicely done at an opportune time. So Smith has 2 strikeouts on the afternoon so far in this second inning of play. Now faced with a bases loaded situation and 2 outs, trying to retire the side. Swing and a miss for Kyle. So Smith doing what he can to try to retire this side. Swing and a miss. And the strikeout retires the side. And the Dodgers leave him hanging here. It still remains 3-0. Bottom of the second for the Aces. James Benosa now to the plate. Chopper along first. Let's see the play to first. It is on time for the first out. Alfred Bell now comes to the plate. One of your fielders with 1 away. So it's the Aces leading with a score of 3-0 here in the second inning of play. Nice strike by Martinez. Bell looking at a low and outside for ball. Once again, such beautiful weather here in the beautiful city of Lakewood for this 8 to 9-year-old championship matchup here for Lakewood Youth Sports. High and outside. Three and 1 is your count now. Martinez trying to make things happen here for the Dodgers on the mound. And that will be a walk. So Alfred Bell is aboard with Benjamin Moreno now coming to the plate here for the Aces. Once again, it's Boyer with that 3-run advantage here in the second inning of play. Strike right down the pipeline there for Martinez. 1-0. Excuse me, 0-1. Moreno, another one of the outfielders here for the Aces. First time to the plate tonight here for Boyer. Swing and a miss. So the Dodgers just trying to make things happen here in the second inning. Martinez very intently. Check swing. Looks like it'll be ball. That is down the pipeline. That'll be a strikeout for Martinez. Duke Barreras back to the plate here for the Aces. So Martinez records his third strikeout of the night. Chopper, looks like it'll go to short. Can't pick it up on time, and we'll have two aboard. So Bell advances to second. Barreras stands up at first. We got two away. Saxon Smith now to the plate here for the Aces. Two runners aboard, two away. Bottom of the second. Aces leading by 3 runs. Inside. Double deuces at 2-2 here. Outside now makes it full count. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout retires the side. Nicely done by Martinez. Let's head to the third. Sawyer back to the plate here for the Dodgers as they trail this one by 3 runs. Escalera remains or is back on the mound. Swing and a miss for strike. So the Aces just trying to mix things up from a pitching standpoint. And yes, you can bring back your original starting pitcher here according to the rules. Another swinger. Now makes it 0-2. Sawyer was able to get aboard in the first inning. Now looking at 1-2. But the Dodgers doing everything possible to try to generate some things offensively, trailing by 3 here in the third inning. Low and outside. Full count here for Sawyer. And that'll send him to first. So nice way to start things off here for the Dodgers. Jalen Polk will come back to the plate here for the Dodgers with 1 aboard, nobody out. Trailing by 3, trying to generate some things offensively. Escalera back on the plate with a chopper right back to the mound. He'll look to first, makes the play for the out. Nicely done. So 1 away here for the Dodgers. Kinachave now back to the plate. He was walked in the first inning. Swing and a miss for strike. So top of the third, Dodgers trailing by 3 with a runner at second in scoring position. Just outside for ball. Once again, it's the Dodgers that came into this contest with an overall record of 9-2. Coach Gary Polk at the helm here for the Dodgers. Escalera having a pretty fine night of it here on the mound here for the Aces. Outside pitch for ball. And that'll be just foul. Nice swing there by Chave. Swing and a miss will be a strikeout there for Escalera. So Jaden Martinez back to the plate here for the Dodgers, looking at the first pitch for a ball. Martinez was struck out in the first. Swing and a miss there. One aboard. Another swing and a miss. Escalera just doing a fine job on the mound tonight here for the Aces. Just tip foul. You see Luong Sawyer there on second base for the Dodgers, trying to get in and make a run happen here for Bolivar. Double deuces here for Escalera. Just popped foul along the first baseline up into the crowd. Once again, coming to you here from Mayfair Park with your City TV crew. Inside swing for a strike. And that will be another strikeout. And retires the side. Going to the bottom of the third, it's the Aces by 3. So Duke Barreras now comes back to the plate here for the Aces. Excuse me, that is Anthony Escalera. Got myself out of order. Anthony Escalera, who's been on the mound here for Boyer, has done a fine job of pitching for tonight. Martinez remains on the mound here for the Dodgers. Martinez having a pretty good night as well. Chopper goes right past third and also past the left fielder. Escalera on the move. Will he try for home? Yes, he is. It'll be an inside the park home run. Escalera, really great base running. He absolutely did not hesitate on that at all. Once the ball got past third and as well as past the outfielder, he just turned on the jets and kept on coming to add another run on the board here for the Aces. So Julian Rodriguez now comes to the plate. Bottom of the third, another run on the board here for the Aces. Right down the pipeline for strike. High and outside for ball. Rodriguez was walked in the first. Now looking at a full count. Nobody out. Aces with another run on the board. So Julian once again aboard with a walk, second time of the night. Sebastian Hawkins now coming to the plate here for the Aces. Ball one for Hawkins. Hawkins was also walked in the first inning of play. Chopper goes right past the mound, over to second. Not able to be fielded, so everybody is safe. Two runners aboard now. Golden opportunity here for the Aces. Well, actually, they will consider it a force out. So Esteban Montelago on the plate here for the Aces. Montelago was another one of those who was walked in the first inning. Hyde, swing for the strike. Another swing and a miss. So Martinez, who's already registered, 3 strikeouts on the night. Aces leading by 4 runs. And a strike. Nicely done. Hunter Salamonte back into the batter's box. So with 2 away, 1 runner aboard, Aces have scored another run here in this inning, leading by 4. Bottom of the third, Aces leading 4-0. Outside for ball. Swing and a miss by Salamonte. Salamonte was struck out in the first inning of play. Looking now at a full count with one aboard. Pops it along the first baseline for a foul. Two away, one aboard. Salamonte looking at a full count. Swing and a miss will retire the side, but not until the Aces post another one. It's now 4-0. So as we now head to the fourth, Harris pops it along. No, actually we have Ochoa now at the plate. Isaac Ochoa. Ochoa was struck out in the first. And Smith is back on the mound here for the Aces. So yes, you can switch pitchers back and forth. There's no having to retire once the pitcher has been pulled. That's part of the rule book here for youth sports. Chopper along third. Not playable. Looks like it'll be a stand up there to first base. So nicely done by Ochoa. Kane Harris now to the plate. He struck out last time at bat. Dodgers still trying to generate something here with no outs, one runner aboard. Top of the fourth inning. Smith on the plate. Inside for a strike. So a fine contest here with your 8 to 9-year-old Lakewood Youth Sports Championship matchup between the Bolivar Dodgers and the Boyer Aces. Outside for ball. Another aspect in this age division, as you see, that no runners can advance even though they may get a pass ball. As the age level goes up, you'll see the changes on that one. I know as we take a look at some of our other championship matchups later here for City TV, you'll see a lot of base running very aggressively here in these championship matchups. But at this age level, everybody has to stay right on the bag. There's no kind of leadoff at all. And if there's a pass ball, there is no advancement. So Kane Harris trying to generate some things offensively here for the Dodgers, trailing it by 4 runs. Nicely done by Harris, and he'll take the base. So 2 aboard. Oliver Pizzi will now come to the plate. He was walked last time at the plate. Oliver looking at strike. So with 2 runners aboard, nobody out, golden opportunity for the Dodgers to try to make something happen here offensively. Nicely done. Right down the pipeline for Smith. Smith on the slow windup, throws it for ball. So 2 runners aboard, nobody out. Oliver Pizzi at the plate. And that will be a strikeout here. LYS Ocampo, also known as EJ, will come back to the plate here for the Dodgers. So Smith registering the strikeout here. Ocampo was walked last time at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike. Dodgers trailing by 4 runs, trying to generate something offensively. Been awfully quiet so far, but this is a nice opportunity to try to make up some of that deficit that they're facing here in the 4th inning of play. Smith, very nice, calm, methodically on the windup. Low and outside for ball. Once again, great afternoon here at Lisa Fernandez Field for this matchup of 8 to 9-year-olds, capping off the 2025 season. Three and 1 is your count. Ocampo trying to make it happen here for the Dodgers. Outside, will get walked. Bases now loaded. Mason Coe now to the plate. So with bases loaded, 1 away, Mason Coe was struck out last time at the plate. Inside for ball 1. So Saxon Smith doing a fine job on the mound here. Once again, just methodically taking his time. High and inside for ball. Once again, coming to you here from Lisa Fernandez Field. Lisa Fernandez, just that great standout softball player here in the beautiful community, from the beautiful community of Lakewood. An Olympian, national champion at UCLA, one of the finest, maybe the finest softball player ever to play the game right out of our beautiful community of Lakewood. So bases loaded, and it looks like we'll have a bit of a consultation at the mound here. Gary Polk having a chance to talk to, that is Scott Smith talking things over. To Saxon Smith. Trying to apply a little strategy here, looking at a bases loaded scenario. And with 1 away. But as we were talking about, Lisa Fernandez, just an absolute legend. Won Olympic gold medals. Had 25 strikeouts in one single Olympic game. That is a record. What's kind of crazy, as a St. Joseph High School graduate back in her high school days, had an ERA of 0.07. That is just unreal, out of this world. So such great legends for a lot of these kids. Nice strike there by Smith. A lot of legends coming out of the city of Lakewood here in Lakewood Youth Sports. Once again, we love the fact that we have so many different volunteers who've made things happen here for this season. High and inside for ball, and that will bring in a run. First run of the night here for the Dodgers. So now they just trail it by 3. So Isaac Ochoa came across the plate. This will now bring David Austin back up again. Whoa, just behind his back. Austin was walked, actually hit by a pitch last time at the plate. High and inside once again. 2-0. But as we mentioned, all the volunteers that make things so successful here for Lakewood Youth Sports, we absolutely are so grateful for all the different volunteers who make things happen with the various age groups for both boys and girls in Lakewood Youth Sports. Without the great contributions of our community, it's just hard to keep up that great legacy that comes out of this beautiful community for Lakewood Youth Sports. Now looking at 3-0. Bases loaded. Opportunity for the Dodgers here to try to add another one on the board. And that'll be a strike, making it 3-1. Dodgers trying to generate things offensively with that great golden opportunity and bases loaded situation, and that will be a walk. Another run comes across the plate. So Harris comes across. Now it's the Dodgers just trailing by 2. Niall McDonough coming to the plate, was struck out last time at the plate. But there'll be a pitching change here for the Aces. So Barreras is going to come back onto the mound. And once again, as we mentioned, there is no situation where you have to retire the pitchers even though they have been into the game, made a switch. They can essentially be brought back up on the mound with no kind of penalty whatsoever. And Barreras, who's done a pretty fine job there on the mound here. Both the combination of Barreras and Smith. Barreras throwing that one down the pipeline for a strike. McDonough now, who was struck out last time aboard. Still with a full bases loaded scenario. Looks at strike 2. So it looks like maybe the pitching change may wind up being an advantage here as a high and inside pitch for ball. Top of the 4th. Dodgers trailing it 4-2. Punch right to the mound, and that'll retire. Play to the first. Play to home. A little bit of confusion going on here. So being discussed here by your umpires. And that will retire the side. So we head ourselves into the 5th. It's the Aces leading by 2. Actually, we hit ourselves to the bottom of the 4th. Remy Santos now to the plate here for the Aces. Santos was walked last time at the plate. Now looking at 2-0. And Santos will go safely aboard with a walk. Patrick Reed will now come to the plate here for the Aces. Four to 2 is your score in favor of the Boyer Aces. Once again, this is your 8 to 9-year-old Lakewood Youth Sports Championship matchup here for 2025. At a time. Ochoa now on the mound here for your Dodgers. So once again, one of those pitching changes. Low and outside for ball. So the Dodgers just tightening things up, trailing it by 2 runs. And that'll be a walk, so 2 aboard. James Benosa now comes to the plate. Excuse me. Benosa ground out last time at the plate. Chopper in between short and third. Looks like a runner will score. Santos very wisely on the base running, brings in another run, makes it now a 5-2 contest. Great heads-up play by Santos. Alfred Bell now to the plate here for the Aces with 2 runners aboard. Nobody out. Swing and a miss for strike. Another strike here. So Ochoa getting himself in the groove. Low and outside for ball. And a strikeout. Comes at an opportune time here. Moreno now comes to the plate here for the Aces. So the pitching team has, or I should say the Dodgers have done a nice job of leading in strikeouts tonight. Ochoa registering his first strikeout on the mound here for the Dodgers. Moreno was struck out back in the second inning of play. So Moreno will get a walk. Now makes it a bases loaded situation here. Barreras back to the plate. Low and outside. Once again, runners are not allowed to advance. Barreras trying to make things happen here for the Aces. Wraps it just along the third baseline past the fielder. 1 run scores. A second run scores. And it looks like it'll be a third coming at the plate. That'll make it 8-2. And Barreras with a triple. Saxon Smith now comes to the plate with a 5-run lead here for the Aces, and they're really begin to escalate things offensively here for Boyer. So Ochoa trying to make things happen here for the Dodgers. Low and outside for ball. Oh, batter is hit, so he'll take his base. Anthony Escalera now to the plate. Lone inside for ball. One away with one aboard. Aces leading this one 8-2. Chopper. Just foul. Oh man, that could have been a dangerous one. Nice wrap there by Escalera. Low and outside for ball. Escalera, who's done a fine job on the mound as well. Wraps it. Looks like it'll be right to the fielder. Brings in another run, making it 9-2. Escalera standing up at second. So with 2 aboard. Julian Rodriguez back to the plate. Has been walked a couple of times in this contest. Now the Aces looking at a commanding lead, trying to generate some more runs, low and outside for ball. Inside pitch, ball. Runners at second and third. Now look at our full count scenario here for Rodriguez. Looks like it'll be low and inside, and that'll send Julian to first. So now we have runners at all the bags for the Aces here. Sebastian Hawkins back to the plate. Chopper goes foul along the first baseline. So Julian Rodriguez has been walked 3 times on the afternoon, or I should say into the evening here. Hawkins. Looks at a strike. Was ground out back in the third. Blowing outside for ball. Inside for ball. So Ochoa trying to make things happen defensively here for the Dodgers. Full count now to Hawkins. And that will send him to first. That'll bring in another run. Now makes it an 8-run advantage here for the Aces. Fouled back for Esteban Montelago. Montelago was walked in the first and was struck out in the third. So now the Aces really in control of this contest with an 8-run advantage. Chopper headed towards right field. Another run score makes it 11, 12, 13. Looks like we'll get another one, an inside the park home run. Play is not on time, so it's the Aces up by 12. Montelago, the second inside the park home run for the Aces here on the evening. So Boyer really busting this one open here at Mayfair Park. So now the Dodgers having a conference amongst themselves, now with a huge deficit they're having to work with. Chopper along first. Looks like it'll be fair. And a stand-up double, maybe a triple for Hunter Salamonte. Great heads-up base running by Hunter. So that'll place him at third base. Remy Santos back at the plate, looks at a strike. But the Aces have really burst open with a commanding lead here. Inside pitch to Santos for ball. Looking at a strike for Santos. Low and outside for ball. So it's a 12-run advantage here. Low and outside. Once again, this is the championship matchup for the 8 to 9-year-olds Lakewood Youth Sports for 2025. And a strike at an appropriate time, and that will retire the side as we head into the fifth. Well, strike that. That's only 2 outs. Had everybody headed to the dugout. I was headed to the dugout. But it's been quite a long inning here. Inside pitch for Patrick Reed. Reed has been struck out and walked in this contest. Just low and inside. And another walk here. Runners at the corners. James Benosa back to the plate here for the Aces. Benosa had a single last time at the plate. Three and 0 is your count, Benosa. And that will send him on a walk. Now back to a bases loaded scenario here for the Aces. Alfred Bell back to the plate here for Boyer. Oh, hits the batter. And we're going to check on Alfred to make sure he is okay. That'll bring in a run, though, because of being a bases loaded situation. Shaking his head, saying he's a-okay, and that will send him to first. That'll also bring in another run. Advances the runner, so now it's a 15-2 contest here in favor of the Aces. Benjamin Moreno back to the plate. Looks like we just saw him a while ago, and we did. He was walked the last time at the plate. So now the Aces have really busted this one wide open. And that'll be a strike just outside. And the chopper, and it's a play at the plate. That will retire the side. Not until there is some major damage, though, as we head to the fifth. It's a 15-2 lead by the Aces. So it's Escalera on the mound here for the Aces. Long Sawyer back at the plate here for the Dodgers. Managed to get a double first time at the plate. Was also walked in this contest. Swing and a miss. Another strike thrown by Escalera. Nicely done here by the Aces. Once again, it's the Aces up 15-2 at this point of the contest. Nice defensive play by Escalera. One away. Jalen Polk back to the plate here. Was been struck out and has grounded out here in this contest. Chopper back to the plate. Escalera once again with a play to first. Ball gets dropped, so he'll be safely aboard. Unfortunately, Salamonte not able to come up with a baseball. Now Kinachave back to the plate here for the Dodgers. So the situation is the Dodgers have to come up with something here. Trailing by 13 runs. Escalera remains on the mound here for the Aces. Swing and a miss. Echave has been walked and has been struck out in this contest. So it's the Dodgers with one aboard. two-way. That is a strike down the pipeline for Escalera. Jaden Martinez now to the plate. So the Dodgers having to generate something here offensively with a huge deficit they're trying to make up in this 8 to 9-year-old Lakewood Youth Sports Championship matchup here for 2025. Sun definitely down now, and we got the lights popped on. Swing and a miss. Lone outside for ball. And that'll do it. That retires the side and will end the ball game. So just like that, your Aces of Boyer with a huge fourth inning of play, putting things up onto the scoreboard, comes up with the win. So congratulations here for the Boyer Aces, Coach Scott Smith with Aaron Barreras and Fred Escalera coming up with a championship here for the 8 to 9-year-olds in Lakewood Youth Sports. Both teams will come to the plate, give each other the congratulations of shaking the hands after this great matchup between the Aces and the Dodgers. And once again, thank you all for joining us here on City TV. For all of us, I'm J.R. Ibarra. We'll see you next time.